Everybody, this is Skywalker. What we're going to do here is, like I was saying earlier in one of my other videos, we're going to go through and do some just run-throughs of some of these maps. Most of these we've actually seen between the videos that are out on YouTube. Obviously, I'm sure that there's videos out on YouTube of all of these, but they had the four that were in the beta, and then they had the four that they showed at Paris Games Week with some of the pros from the North America and Europe playing on them. But there's a couple maps that we haven't seen yet. There's also the Redwood, the one that they had on the Black Ops 3 Fridays. Aquarium is the one at the top of the list. That's one we haven't seen yet unless you've seen it elsewhere on YouTube in somebody else's video. We've seen Breach. They played that one at Paris Games Week. Combine was one of the beta maps. Evac was one of the beta maps. Exodus was Paris Games Week. Fringe was also Paris Games Week. Well, wait a second. Fringe is one that's Fringe is another one we haven't seen yet. Havoc's the one that I was thinking about that was at Paris Games Week. Hunted, of course, is one of the beta maps. Infection we haven't seen yet. Metro is at Paris Games Week. Redwood they had on Black Ops 3 Fridays, and Stronghold, of course, was the last beta map. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top, and we're going to go through Aquarium. Now, normally when I get these games, I just dive right into multiplayer, but there's a learning curve, and I didn't necessarily want to do that right in the middle of trying to figure the guns out or see what adjustments they made or whatever. I've already gone through all the free run maps too, and without a scuff controller, the last two are actually pretty difficult. Especially the one that's on expert. You would expect that to be difficult, but you can definitely tell the difference between watching the people on YouTube that have the scuff controllers and the one that don't, because trying to do a lot of those movements all at the same time can be really super difficult. All right. Now, I spawned on the complete other side of the map from the one time that I came in here previously, but we're going to go on ahead and look around and see what we can see. Some of the stuff in this map is out of bounds. There's some pretty crazy wall run spots on some maps, but this is one of those maps that it doesn't seem like you can run on as much stuff as they can run on in the other games. So we're gonna go left here to start off with. Right away, right up here, you can't get on the roof. It won't let you. You can't even. I don't even think that you can wall run. Yeah, you can't even wall run on that wall. So, running right through here, there's a lot of scenery. This is a really great looking map. It really does look like you're in an aquarium at SeaWorld or something. This is great. Even the water, once you get in the water, it's kind of that dark, murky green. Alright, now we're going to go back this way because I haven't checked this out yet, but I'm pretty sure that you can wall run around here, but it might tell you... See, that's one of them tricky things. Okay. See, that's one of those tricky maneuvers to make. Where we spawn at? Okay. That's one of those tricky maneuvers to make that if you had a scuff controller, it'd be a lot easier, so that you can control the joystick at the same time that you're pushing the jump button, which you really do have to do. You have to be controlling the joystick in the direction that you want to go. Let's see if we can... Nope. There's a wall there, so apparently that's not something that you can do. So we were going this way, so we're just going to keep going this way. Actually, we'll take our little reptilian tunnel here. All this water you can swim around in, and of course, if you can get around in here, then that's definitely going to be ways that people are, like I've said in another video, they are playing this pretty traditionally Black Ops 2, so going in the water a lot, using a lot of the wall runs is something that people are probably not going to do a whole lot of. This is cool. Going to the shark's mouth, and I think this... That's interesting. Boy, I bet you the B flag, I bet you anything the Domination B flag is right there, and that's going to be crazy. That is going to be insane because there's 1 vantage point, 2 doorway to come in, and that's the other thing is that you're not going to see, especially if you're capping the flag, you're not going to see people coming into the building at all because there's just too many places to look. We're going to keep going up here. Go back through here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that spits you out around right there. Let's go on ahead and go around this way. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call this a head glitch. I mean, I suppose, but if somebody gets right up on you, you're not going to be able to see on the other side of this thing. So, this is an interesting little corner here. That's going to be kind of a risk-reward thing because it's going to be you're just going to have to win the gunfight. This, I imagine, wraps right back around into the B flag. This little room is interesting, but I'm going to go around. I'm going to go back around this way first. This is a gigantic pond here. You can wall run. And we'll just go ahead and do this. You can wall run all the way across this. And occasionally, when you're on those curved walls, sometimes you break contact with the wall, and so you've got to re-up yourself. Now, the other interesting thing about this, too, is if you're looking down on the wall, you're going to gradually keep going down. If there's any break in the wall run at all, you're going to go down. You're not just going to walk. You see, you're just going to go straight down. This is a cool little place. You can come around here, and you can definitely sneak up on some people. This, you cannot run on that. You cannot run on that. It's a clear wall, and it's just not going to happen. Come out on this side. Standard little room. Now you go back in here, and you can actually sneak up on people. I mean, that's a nice little place to be able to be. I can imagine if you're, I mean, some of these maps for search and destroy, like this would be an absolutely epic map for search and destroy. This almost seems like this would, it's a little too big to be a competitive map, but boy, this would sure make for an interesting one. Back here is the other spawn. That's what I was talking about. I spawned on this side the first time that I came into this map to check it out. That's just going back around to the shark head. There's not a whole lot to see over here, just a couple extra little routes. You can, again, in this game, you can wall run on most of the things. You can actually wall run here too, but it puts you out of bounds. It puts you out of bounds if you land right there, so you got 3 seconds to get back in the combat zone, is what it says, to avoid dying, and you will die instantly as soon as that timer runs down. Come back through here. This is the way from this spawn back into the B flag, and of course that's all kinds of crazy because you got that up there. People are going to be able to get to that doorway just as quick. Coming down the stairs, this is going to be a crazy B flag. I don't know what modes they're going to run for MLG yet. Domination probably will not be one since they've got all the interesting search and destroy and uplink are going to be the two definites. Capture the flag possibly. Hardpoint's definitely going to be one of them too. So they might even do 4 map. That'd be four game types would be pretty epic. In a best of 7, that might be a little interesting to see what happens, but I don't think it's any worse than seeing 1 game type 2 or 3 times in a best of 7. So that's Aquarium. We're going to go ahead and shut this one down, and I will get on to the next map.